What's good, YouTube family? This your God Bless One. Thank you for checking in and tuning in with another episode of I Smoke Hip Hop Live. Now, there's been a lot of questions going around in the hip hop sector revolving around the death of the Memphis legend great Young Dolph, aka Man. Now, people wanted to know, was in fact his brother Marcus Thornton inside the cookie shop, Makeda's cookie shop, that is, during the time of the November 17th death that happened for Young Dolph? Now, we have a lot of things to break this down the right way, the trail way. We'll make sense of it because we have a lot of things that go in accordance. Don't worry, y'all. This ain't nothing to get nobody indicted. This ain't nothing to get somebody in a hefty situation. Now, what I do want y'all to do is hit that like button, notification bell, and let's rock out. Now, Young Dolph, brother, he's been hearing his name in a mix of a lot of things. He was here, he was there. We don't know what was what in that particular situation, but we do know Dolph brother was loyal to him. Dolph brother stayed around his own brother for alleged security purposes or whatever those things might be. Now, a lot of people want to know when Marcus Thornton was in the situation he was in, because there was a clip of a video that showed a man with dreads standing there with them big sticks. Pause, y'all know what I mean. For YouTube purposes, I'm not gonna say the name of that arm weapon that he had. Now, Marcus Thornton was allegedly standing there and firing off back at the Wise Benz that was found later in the house that day. Now, what a lot of people were clinging to, was it very much him, the Pacific day that they've seen the back and forths in the videos days, the back and forths that pursued or did whatever it needed to do. Now, I know it's not in particular vast interest for anybody in these circumstances to speak, break it down, but there's been a lot of, basically it's important to know where he was at, because a lot of people are blaming the cookie shop, a lot of people are saying inside job, and it's all based on where Marcus was. But Marcus, I don't know if he was outside or inside, because a surveillance video don't particularly pertain to that. It could be afterwards, but we're gonna read something together that might assume that he was inside the shop. I mean, let's just read this. Now, we got the paperwork over here, and this is the indictment that came in, but it officially, well, it was public record, but you guys know what I mean. Everything's breaking down as far as what we think Memphis Police Department has and the state of Tennessee. Now, when you look at the paperwork and you see some of the things it states, the grand jurors of the state of Tennessee, basically against Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, and Cornelius Smith. We do know there are more people also involved in that have now been charged for that situation, and great length the MPD went to go catch whoever they had to catch during that. Now, let's get back to these indictment paperwork. Now, there's a lot of things in this paperwork in Shelby County that a lot of people basically releasing an indictment. Now, they are saying that on November 17, 2021, Shelby County's Tennessee, and before the finding of this indictment, did unlawfully attempt to commit the offense of first-degree murder as defendant in Tango Sierra Alpha, you feel me? Tango Charlie Alpha 39-13-202. Now, in that, they did unlawfully, intentionally cause premeditation attempt to kill Marcus Thornton in violation of TCA. So basically they're saying that Marcus Thornton was in fact someone that they tried to intentionally kill, get out the way, make a stain, whatever you want to say. And for that instant, if they did try to kill him, some of the bloggers are saying that that's the reason why he was inside the shop at the time, or may so. But I could play devil's advocate, because maybe they also tried to kill him when he was outside, well, seen allegedly on the surveillance camera outside, busting back, into the white Benz found. He was shooting back into it. I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, whether you think you know it or not, but when he was shooting inside it, did it have any reaction to what was going on as far as making the alleged suspect straight drop and Cornelius Smith allegedly shoot back at him? Now, could that be when they also charge straight dropping Cornelius in the indictment as the guys trying to kill Marcus Thornton? You know, I can't just say he was inside the shop or outside because of that, but these things do basically activated a lot of bloggers to be like, you know what I mean, it did happen in this way, it did happen in that way. Now the grand jurors of the state of Tennessee duly selected, basically implanted, sworn and changed the inquiry for the body of the county of Chevy. What they're going to is like, this is their findings. I'm not going to keep trying to read this verbatim because it's something that we kind of know. These guys put themselves in danger basically by walking around as security for people, and they know that. You don't have to tell Marcus that his job to protect his brother is something that basically could cost him and potentially cost him his life. He knows that. But as far as inside or not, it's become the great conversation, the topic of conversation. Did Marcus Thornton fire his rounds allegedly first from inside, and also was he outside? Was he inside the situation? It's a lot of he say, she say right now. So MPD is claiming they know why young Dolph was killed. According to them, they have the proof, they have the evidence, they have all the information needed to basically gather and say this is why X and Z happened to Dolph. And that lets me know it's a lot of talking going on. It's a lot of he say, she say, and even those people who are involved, I doubted that they could even trust one another when it comes to this situation. Now with young Dolph, his death goes without said. So many enemies were lurking for him and trying to purge him out the way. So could it be possibly so that young Dolph was staying out the way because of alleged ops who were in the way? Now that one is probably going to be the hardest one to prove. You know what I mean? It's going to be that's basically going to be up to public opinion. But if MPD have some damning evidence that could potentially say, okay, this happened this way because of this person, or this happened that way because of that, then it's game over time, if you know what I mean.
What's the hardest part about being folks?
You gotta think, man, there's so much shit to get sidetracked on. You got the bitches. You know what I'm saying? You got all of the materialistic shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got toxic friends, toxic partners, the ones that want to give you their 2 cents but don't know shit about business. You might just like, let me put this shit out there, because a lot of my family didn't know it because I didn't know it at first.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of the family didn't know it. You know what I mean? It's like we ain't had that relationship. And like he on my mama's side, and it was like the shit is just a little weird little situation. Now I know whatever the fuck, like I'm just gonna always stay hungry because I remember where I came from.
Glock, I mean, you have this wonderful family member, role model, big brother at the same time sitting next to you. What's the biggest thing you learned from him?
Like so many times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I had partners.
Okay, this is gonna be tough.
Now you can see in the totality of young Dolph and his situation, it was more of love, friendship, and admiration. That's all you're gonna ever get out of the rapper. You're not gonna get the extra fantasies that they put out there and push out there.
I just, like, over the pandemic, I invested in two major companies. You know what I'm saying? I invested $8 million in 2 separate companies. You know what I mean? He can go do some shit with one. Like, it's other the shit to do. He can do in like real estate. He can like anything, but the music I prefer for him not to. But if he do, it happens. Like, fuck it. I ain't gonna be like, nah, and turn my back on him. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer for him to do some more shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He look up the Glock.
Because I feel like I got you, honestly. You might be soft, but I feel like I got you right now. I think your jewelry on your ISO is gonna slow you down. And I mean, you got a show to do tonight. You're gonna need all your stamina for the DMV. Hey, look, I play soccer, bro. I played soccer. I used to be running like shit.
sound just like one of my DMV partners.
What you mean? Like somebody who can run?
Whatever's gonna help me.
Well, what's helping you right now? What you working on? What you up to?
Man,
now we on tour.
What's helping me right now is the fans. You know what I'm saying? My supporters. Like, I'm on tour right now, and all my time is me catering to my fans. It ain't about the money. It ain't about I'm doing it because the record label got me doing it. It's like, it ain't about none of that shit. It's about, like, I got shot, and I ain't been out on tour. Like, everybody been wanting me to, like, come do a tour. So, Live Nation put it together.
It's a lot of situations going on with these back and forths. We just hope and pray that the family and friends of Dolph could get their closure, peace of mind frame. And even with closure, I know the pain never will go away. A lot of things are gonna fall into the mist and the bliss. But folks who remember Dolph, it's gonna do something for them to see positively create out of it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you got a lot of people out here don't care if they see the negativity, because it is what it is, an eye for an eye. And we kind of understand and know that it don't gotta be said, you feel me? I just feel like the severity of the situation with who's involved and what's been going on, it's just good to know the city is coming together, and Memphis actually is understanding when you lose artists such as a Young Dolph, or even if it was a Moneybagg Yo or Yo Gotti or a Black Youngster, everybody is affected. You feel me? You can get along and get this bag and get this paper without being in each other's way. And I know this thing is deeper rooted than just paper, but at the end of the day, if everybody could eat, at least some peace could be beat. You know what I mean, man? Look, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One. Always remember to love your family, love your kids, stay blessed. Follow me on my social media platforms, you feel me? Go check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Love your family, love your kids, and most definitely when I say stay blessed, gang.